Superheat and subcooling are important measurements in determining if the refrigeration system is operating properly. In this video, we will look at the procedures to determine superheat and subcooling. There are two measurements which the HVACR technician uses in diagnosing refrigerant issues. Superheat, the amount of sensible heat added to the refrigerant after it has vaporized. Subcooling, the amount of sensible heat removed from the refrigerant after it has condensed. Let's look at the procedures for determining superheat and subcooling. For this demonstration, we will use 410A as a refrigerant. Connect the low side gauge to the low side of the system. Note the pressure on the gauge shows 118. Connect the high side gauge to the high side of the system. Note the pressure on the gauge shows 340 psig. Connect the temperature sensor to the suction line. Note the temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Connect the temperature sensor to the liquid line. Note the temperature is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The formula for superheat is actual temperature minus the saturated temperature. To obtain the saturated temperature, we use the pressure temperature chart for the refrigerant in the system. Filling in the numbers and doing the math, we have 10 degrees of superheat. The formula for subcooling is saturated temperature minus actual temperature. Again, we use the pressure temperature chart to get our saturated temperature. Filling in the numbers and doing the math, we have 15 degrees of subcooling.